Well, this is my $800 eBay car that I bought a year and a half ago, and I've restored it out here in Dubai.
All the bullets that we're dodging, hide the bones in the garden, never beg for a pardon.
Morning guys, Scott here from Outlaw Garage. We were going to grab a coffee early this morning, but instead of that, we're having a martini. So we got a message from Fabian one night. It might have been, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night one night. He said, I found a car on eBay, let's take a look. And as you normally think when you get a message late at night, that you think, well, what the hell are they sending me? And it was this, and it didn't look anything like this at the time. Decided what, $1,000 was maximum?
Yeah.
I think 1,000 was maximum. Went for 800.
I won the bid at $800.
Won the bid at 800, and brought it over to Dubai to restore it.
All right. So when we bought the car, when we won the auction, the seller contacted me and said, "Hey, like I've got a buyer in the UK who wants to buy the car. I'll give you your money back." Where I said, "Look, I bought the car. It's my problem now." And literally, car was bought sight unseen. It wasn't running. There were only 4 pictures on it. There was a load of duct tape around the roof and the liners, so we didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into. But yeah, literally that's when the fun started. I had to get a recovery to get the car from his facility away, and yeah, then ship it from the US over out to Dubai, which took about 60 days. And yeah, then the fun started.
Because it was a gutsy move when we were chatting.
Yeah.
And you were like, the car doesn't run.
So the big, I mean, I didn't really intend on buying this. I wanted to buy something else, but Instagram that shit on Instagram, he's the guy that basically that kind of made me buy this car and made me restore it to original condition. I wanted to do something completely different with it, but he's like, look, it's a Martini. They're only limited. There are 2,000 numbers of these worldwide, so you have to keep it as it is. So literally, yeah, over the past year, there's been lots of ups and downs in terms of finding parts for the car, restoring it. Lots of headaches with workshops out here as well. Unfortunately, I could have saved a lot of money and time, but yeah, the finished result of the car is quite nice. The details that we put into it are immaculate. So we got this rear deck lid without a window wiper. They're really rare as well to come across. So we got that off a donor car that we found out here in Sharjah in the scrapyard. Then literally we had to get new rear taillights for the car because the other ones are completely shot. This as well, this nice little rear badge, it's got the patina on it from a previous car. We kept that as
I do
it
like
is.
that.
Didn't want to. It's basically a paint off restoration of the car, but we've tried to use as much of the parts that we had previously to restore it. So stickers, I mean, let alone this sticker is 300 euros, you know, to buy, and it's half of the car almost, you know. And just getting the chrome.
Yeah,
trim,
when you put it like that. The sticker price.
Yeah, it's like more than I bought the car for. And then the same like with the chrome trim and the mirror here, trying to get an original mirror that fits this car period correct is very, very hard as well. And then let alone just the interior material from Porsche original is like very rare to get.
Yeah, we'll open her up in a minute and have a look inside. And as much as it is a hobby of mine not to agree with anything Graham says, he's spot on. Absolutely right.
So I'm still waiting for the day that he picks the car up in summer and drives it without AC.
Yeah. So fully restored interior, and that's the
original material from Porsche, the Chanel Porsche material that they have. Original like Martini stripe that the car like identifies it with.
Yeah.
Plus the plaque that's there as well on the car, and you can see it's like bent and everything. So the guy, when I got the car, it wasn't there, the plaque, and I contacted him. I'm like, yo, where's the plaque? And he's like, oh yeah, I have it somewhere. So I guess he was trying to probably get away with it, keeping it, and he found it in his toolbox and then sent it over. So luckily that we got it, otherwise we'd have had to pay a bit of money.
Yeah, that's pretty good though, because it keeps the originality of the car, because the plaque is weathered, you know, it's the original plaque.
Yeah, exactly.
So the engine just needs a bit of a detail. It does run.
Yeah.
What did you have done to it when, because to start it,
so literally
not a lot was done, was it?
So literally when we got it, Airworks disconnected the fuel lines and connected it to an external fuel pump and just put new spark plugs in, and then tried cranking it. The car cranked straight away, and that was a good sign. So then we've basically flushed the engine oil, put new oil into it, a new filter, and then just played around with it and got it running within about half a day's of work, which was a big relief.
That's massive, isn't
so
it?
we've not done anything internally on the engine, so we've only checked compression. We basically replaced all the parts, did a full service on the car, and went off on that way. So like we've done the head, we've just polished it, made it look nice, and got all the bits and pieces that were messed up repainted. There's still a lot that you can do to make it a concourse car, but yeah, I mean,
no, it's good. And like so lucky to be able to go non-running car, give it a flush, change plugs, do some bits, and she's off and running.
In that sense, that was a big saver in terms of time, because otherwise we would have had to get everything for the engine to do it. But
because that's your risk, isn't it?
Yeah, but then again, it's only a 2-litre engine, so it's pretty easy to get the parts for that and to get it done. But let's see what happens with it now. So now we've got it basically running and driving. Now it's just there to get all the little bits of kinks out that we have. And once that's all done, then we can look at other like cosmetic stuff. But we put the Euro bumpers on the car as well.
Yep, they look great
because it was a US spec car. We also removed the side marker lights on the front and back of it because because I wasn't a fan of those at all. So that basically cleaned the car out a lot. So it's been converted completely to a Euro spec car. But after buying the car is when you start doing your research and you find out a lot of stuff about like particular options. So the car didn't come with a sunroof, so that was a factory option you could order from Porsche for the car. So no one knows what the numbers are on terms of like sunroof cars for it. So it could be that there's only maybe 100 of them out of the 2,000 or 3,000 that they built in total for the car. Because I've seen a few that don't have sunroofs, so that makes it a little bit rare as well. And that's literally my air conditioning then for summer, right? Because it doesn't have an air conditioning.
Windows down and sunroof open.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, stunning.
But we've done all the seals for the windows are new. All the rubbers are new. All bearings are new. New tires. Literally, the rims are original as they were on the car. We just had them sanded down and repainted. And literally tried to just use as much as possible of the car. And lucky that we found the donor car in Sharjah. That actually cost me more than this.
You're joking?
I bought it for $1,000, the donor car, and it wasn't running, completely fucked up. It was probably in worse state than this. So shows you how lucky we possibly got on buying this for just $800. So what's really good as well, we got the original owner's manual from '77 for the car. We still got a bit of extra cloth that the guy sent, so that we know that what we have is the original material.
Oh wow!
As well, and then plus the letter from Porsche back then, highlighting what the car is, and giving a little bit of information on it. And I have at home the original owner's the sales brochure from Porsche from '77 for this car as well. So try to collect as much material as possible to patch the history of the car back together. So we're waiting for Porsche to come back to us about owner, who was the first owner of the car, to then try and maybe find out where it was serviced in the US before, so that we can try and like piece back some of the history to just fulfill it all, because at this point in time we have no information on that.
Nah, that's cool.
Cash in before the house rules. Never break from the ground rules. Got too high off our own fumes. We keep playing with fire.
Early morning out, the guys are photographing. Look at that.
Nice.
Photo shoot again.
So yeah, we're gonna probably redo the suspension on the front, and as we found out, it's similar to the MK1 Volkswagen. So we can get nice coilovers for it to give it a little bit of a nice little drop at the front, and the rear is a torsion bar, so that's fairly straightforward to just give it a click back and give it a little bit of a drop, and I think that will then add a little bit of a nicer look to the car as it is and not ruin the originality of it as well in that sense,
So we're down at Port Rashid. Queen Elizabeth is over there. think we can see the big ships in the background. Just driving down here, you kind of lose perspective of how big that rear window is, and then definitely that sunroof's massive because the rest of the car's so tiny and the rear wheels are so small. Like, it is a sight to be seen wandering down the road. Okay, so we're done for this morning. Thank you very much, Fabian, for bringing the 924 out. The guys are having coffee. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you soon. See ya.
Cash in before the house rules. Never break from the ground rules. Got too high.